when it comes to the outlook for rates.
All right, Steve, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those expectations. Perhaps the most important data point that markets are really watching for right now. But India's CPI for the month of December and IIP for the month of November will also be released later this evening. So Lata is joining us to take us through a preview of what is expected this time around. Lata?
Well, the poll has thrown up, the poll done by Ekta has thrown up that it will be 5.85% inflation. That's important because it's below 6. So, you know, the heartbreaking number is only if it is above 6. December itself, the inflation number had fallen, as you can see, to 5.88. So at 5.85, it will be okay. But what will be a not so good number is the core CPI. Continued to, will continue to remain above the 6% mark. And in the last monetary policy, the Reserve Bank specifically said that they will look at core CPI and they are finding it, not easing as much as they would like it. They would like it also to be at 4%, which is the focus of the MPC, to bring inflation to 4%. So that may continue to rise because services prices are rising. And more importantly, gold has not fallen. And that also works its way into the core CPI. Food CPI will remain flat. Now, even that is not a very positive thing because veggies are going to really fall off a cliff in December. But that's getting countered by a rise in cereals, which is not very good. Milk prices, as we all know, has been inching up. And that's working its way into packaged foods also. So all those three will counterbalance the fall in veggie. And we may still have a 4.7, 4.8 food inflation, which is not, it's not good that it is above 4%. And food is a large part of our CPI. So that would be about CPI. Let me just add a word on IIP. The industrial output number, which will come, is always lagged. It's for November that the data will come. Our poll threw up 2.7, but there are enough number of people who are even at 5%. And here the confusion is coming because the core sector numbers have come for November and they didn't look good. Overall, it was 5.4%. That was more because of the base effect. But if you looked industry by industry, only cement and coal did exceptionally well. Power, we consumed less than we consumed in October. Steel, we consumed less than we consumed in October, which is not very good because October was a festive month. We would not have consumed much. We should have seen an improvement in November. We didn't. But the positive is that, like I told you, coal and cement was good. Non-oil exports did very well in November. So we'll have to wait and see in terms of industrial output. People will look out very much for consumer durables. Autos did very well. But a lot of consumer goods companies told us that 3Q has not been very good. So IIP number this once will be much watched.
All right, Lata, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those expectations on that macro data expected today. We will, of course, have Lata back on once we do get the data to really take us through the fine print. But we are going to get into a short break now. On the other side, we get you excerpts from our exclusive conversation with former RBI Governor Y.V. Reddy.